recent article on the site Mind of Malacca asked if your spouse's enemies have to be your enemies too. And while And while the author argues that married couples are supposed to be like a divided front, there may be other things to consider, like if your spouse is a confrontational person, just in general. So ladies, do you think you're obligated to despise who your boo despises?
No, I hate them worse, actually, to be quite honest with you. So here's the thing. Okay. My stepdaughter Mariah and I say that we are a storage unit of grudges that we are holding for Israel because Israel doesn't hold them himself. So Israel forgives people, gets over things. Yeah. He is confrontational, so he confronts it, gets it over with, and moves on. Not me. I don't confront it and I hold it forever. So that's just me. And a lot of energy. I actually don't give it energy, but at the same time, I won't be your friend. And it's weird because I can forgive easier for myself. Like if someone did a wrong by me, I can get over it. I cannot get over it for my husband or for people that I love. Yeah. I hold it way stronger. If you did something wrong by like my sister or my mom, I want to fight. Yeah.
But you're just being protective, right? I feel like that's where that comes from. Like being protective and I think people will get over things. But then you'll be like, nah, like that same person is still shady. So if you're not going to watch them, I'm going to watch them,
Exactly.
Well, but has to be the core to a relationship. Loyalty is a core.
Yes.
So if somebody did wrong by that person, you have to feel for them how it felt for them to go through it. You have to empathize with that. Absolutely. Now, Tam, if you said that person is, what was the word you used? If that person's personality is
confrontational. Like confrontational. Like they're always not like they're always
problematic.
Enemies.
If they're problematic and they got issues with everybody and they're enemies with everyone.
Yes. I've met people who for some reason got issues with everybody. So if I know my friend, which I know, like my mom can also be real petty, where if she just sees something she doesn't like about you, it's done. So I know that I don't need to be loyal to everybody that my mom doesn't like because that's just her thing. But if somebody did wrong to my mom and it scarred her or traumatized her or made her see something about that person that she cannot trust anymore, I'm loyal with my mom. I stand with her.
What about specifically your spouse? What about your spouse?
I think it's really important to be loyal to the people that have done your spouse wrong, 100,000%.
Right. I think you can be loyal and objective, right? Like I think that's because you also don't want to be a sycophant. Like you don't want to just go along with, I've been in situations where I tell the story and the person I'm with is like, I mean, I hear you, but and vice versa. So I feel like that's always the best. But that doesn't mean, even if I can be like, yeah, that was your fault, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be calling that person yo, we cool, it's still in-house.
Yeah.
Okay, think about this. Okay, I'm just going to say there'll be some people online that have said things about me, right? And they've called me maybe out of my name. So that's the situation. I don't want James communicating with them. That's so to answer your question, whoever asked Jeannie, no, they're my enemies. So, and the same vice versa with him. When it comes to the man that I'm with, now my friends, that's something different. But my man, no.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. Just because you don't want them going back and forth, do you want him following them and being friends with them? No, that's an enemy.
If they called her out of her name,
it's never gonna happen. Nah. Exactly.
Agreed.
I'm surprised you wasn't like, James, you're not gonna go in their DM? You're not gonna let them know?
See, you guys, I have to hold my husband back. Mm-hmm. When people go, you remember in the beginning when people would come after me, my husband, even before I could even respond, my husband was on Twitter saying something. And I had to be the one like, yo, just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go.
I was like,
oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Tamara, tell me
had
if this is true because of your personality, Tam.
Okay.
Sometimes for me, because I just always think, not always in the best, I sometimes give too much benefit of the doubt. So I'll think that person was having a bad day. So they weren't really just mean to me. Or I just read that wrong. And it'll be Jay who will be like, that was shade. That is not okay.
No,
and so I
actually
have to stop and go, really?
Quick story. You guys, really quick story. I've actually done this in real life where my husband had an enemy. He was just a very mean person. He was working with him. And then we all went to a party. And you know me, I just want everybody to get along. So, Tamara fashion, I went and bought the man a drink, brought it over to him. I know you're already shaking your head. And I was like, here you go. They were friends once before. I was like, come on, y'all, let's just squash this. Do you know that man did not accept my drink and continued to be rude? And that was the last time I ever did that. So you're an enemy of my husband's. You're an enemy of mine.